on, Warriors? It's Professor Joe.
Professor Eric over here.
And it's Wednesday, so we're doing another BJJ Gracie Jiu-Jitsu video. And we're getting a lot of comments on just going through some of the basics right now as people go back to class. And it's the important stuff.
Absolutely.
So we're just going to cover the armbar from guard. But it's much more than just doing an armbar, right? Like any move you want to accomplish, like triangle choke, sweep, anything. A lot of times you have to have a certain control over the other person's posture.
Absolutely.
And you need commitment. So we lose the armbar a lot because I get this guy in my guard and he's totally out of my control. People think you want to see a really like straight arm, but look how tall he is. So if I just go for the wrist, however I hold it, and I try to just jump up for the armbar.
Even without me doing anything, it's already gone.
Yeah. So that's a couple things we want to talk about is connection, keeping connection and weight on my partner, and minimizing those gaps so there's no space in the armbar. So you can hold the wrist, but think about no-gi too. I like to hold the elbow, and I want to see a slight bend. If you have the jacket on, you can kind of pinch the seam with your thumb here, and I want to control the far shoulder. So I'm going to hold the opposite collar. And again, if it was no-gi, the neck would be an even better idea sometimes. Okay, so when I pull with my legs, I'm going to do a little bridge and lift my back up off the floor. So now if he tries to posture up, he's carrying a lot of weight. This allows me to open. And we covered this opening last week?
Yeah.
Is it this week?
I think so, yeah. We did.
Yeah.
We did.
So I never want to put my feet on the floor because immediately I've lost the connection to my partner. And he's just going to pass with his free hand. So I'm going to bridge, I'm going to open, but see, I have still space under my back, so my weight is on his femurs. And now I'm going to put my foot on his hip and bring my knee to the shoulder. So because my hand is backing up the elbow, it's structural with my leg. So it's very, very difficult for him to take his right arm out. Okay, now let's talk about moving to the side. So what a lot of people do is they swing the leg, they fall to the ground, and this goes wide, and again, you lose the arm. So what we want to think about doing is more like a pinch, and I'm going to bring my calf towards the back of his head to bring his posture forward. So collar grip, sleeve or elbow, elevate, leg. Now my right leg is going to swing up and pinch here this way. So I'm trying to drive my leg. Yeah, see how he put his hand down? I'm trying to go 45 degrees this way to keep his head low. So at this point, I'm just going to connect to the head, and now my leg goes through his face. Now the last key detail here. If I push down with both legs, can you posture up?
Yep.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my right leg over his back, but my left leg is going to stretch forward. Can you posture up?
No.
No. That's it.
Right, you're good.
Sometimes smooth?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. No,
Okay,
you guys
actually,
haven't
that's
said
the
sorry
one.
today,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Sorry. Just like, ugh. There we go.
All right, so sleeve and collar, stretch, elbow, 45 degrees. My hand's right here. It's very easy to reach the head. I don't swing my leg at all. I don't want to put his hand in there. And now just from the pinch, that'd be enough to get the arm bar, but we want to hold the thumb. That's it.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right.
You want to do it to me so to get the other angle?
Sure.
It was interesting. I was thinking about this just the other day. Like you're really trying to do that same thing of elongating this arm.
Here.
Yeah. So it's just something I was thinking about when I was watching Peter do it. 'Cause we're always trying to do that to make this arm extend and give us the arm even like
Yeah, like if I'm
free.
here, you're not going to.
Yeah. Even when the finishing move, I was just thinking about this just the other day for some reason. I don't know why. But so like when I can come here, right? And when I come here, see how now when I come this way, see how this arm is still longer. So I want to pinch and see how this rotation here is kind of what changes that.
Yeah.
Because the longer this is, the easier it is to break. The less arm I control, the harder it is to break the
That's
arm.
about.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. I was like, because I was watching him do it, and I was like, oh, he's really just changing the length. And we use that everywhere. Talk about how we do that in bottom crossbody everywhere.
Boxing.
You have that same exact. Yeah, boxing. Yeah. It was interesting. I hadn't thought about that. And I was like, oh, that's really what he's doing with that kick.
Yeah.
Is trying to extend that arm.
Yeah, let's make that a
As
little
much.
clearer. She's totally onto it, but a lot of people haven't been exposed to that idea yet. So think about, like, when you first do an armbar, your white belt in class, you try to armbar the guy here. And see, both my two hands are even, and my back is flat on the floor.
Yeah.
But what he really would want to do is pull me up on my side.
So that
Now I have one arm very long, that's the arm we're going to break, and one arm that's very short, so it's hard to resist. So like if you get him out. And we did a video on mountain armbar, I think at the start of quarantine, COVID times. So see if he grabs my tricep and he goes for the armbar.
So
now I'm on my
long with
side,
size.
so now you have one long, one short. So anytime you see the guy recover and he's here, you have to do something else to set up the armbar.
Yeah.
It's not the time to do it.
100%.
So same thing when the guard,
Yeah,
crossbody,
it's just
anywhere.
it's making that arm. It's interesting how much body mechanics play into it. And when we don't use things that like make things simpler, you're making the movement way more
Right, you're
athletic
never
than it
gonna
gets to be. Yes,
Yeah.
you maybe get it against a white belt or a blue belt doesn't know any better.
So you check this out too. The other thing I like about this, even though it's a basic setup, you can always use it. And of course you combine it with double tacks, chokes, sweeps, and all that. But I like a submission where I don't care at some point if you know it's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I can get the weight here and I can get this pinch to your shoulder and I can get this here, now I don't care that he knows I'm doing the armbar.
Yeah.
Like, because there's nothing he's going to be able to do
Yeah.
to stop it. Anything you can do to like posture up or push with this hand,
Yeah.
it's just going to put you in
Yes,
so
in the
much
worst
jeopardy.
position.
Yeah.
Absolutely, brother.
So those details are really, really important. That's why you don't see us doing a lot of like athletic jump from zero to armbar. That's when we lose not only the submission, but a lot of times we lose the position.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, oh man, I had no setup whatsoever, and here I am, I'm just greedy. I want to tap this guy out.
Yeah.
But you got to work in increments.
100%.
Cool.
100%, man.
Right
Yeah,
on, you
good
guys.
stuff, man.
So Wednesday, armbar from the guard. We do a great jiu-jitsu video every Wednesday. So if you missed any of them, you want to go back, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
And always appreciate the comments and feedback. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back Friday with some Kali
Ah, yeah.
Warriors out.
Where's out?